everyone, today I'm here to share with you 5 authors that I need to read more of. I'm usually really good about finding an author I like, and then if I like that author, I will read a lot of their other books if they have backlist books and things like that. I'm really good with like keeping up to date with their books, but sometimes I am not. And today we're going to talk all about those authors that I am really behind on reading all of their other books. It's shameful, really. Today's video is kindly sponsored by Scribd. Scribd is a monthly service that you can get that's only $8.99 a month, and you can get unlimited audiobooks and ebooks, and you can get an app, you can get on their website, however you want to do it. I am currently using and paying for Scribd myself, and I really enjoy it. I'd say it's really good for the pricing wise. You get all the unlimited options, which is really awesome. You can try Scribd today for free. I have a link for a free 30-day trial for you to check out in the link below. So please check out the link below to get your free 30-day trial for you to try before you buy, which I always recommend you do so. And yeah, you can see if you really like it. If you're paying a lot for audiobooks and ebooks, maybe check out Scribd because they're a much fairer price and you get a lot more bang for your buck. And yeah, I really enjoy them. So very excited for them to sponsor this video for me. So thank you so much, Scribd. So like I said, this video is all about authors that I need to read more of. And like I said, again, I'm really good with keeping up with authors. Like, I found a lot of new authors this year, and I read one of their books, and then I went back and read all of their other books. But sometimes there are a lot of books and authors that kind of fall through the cracks for me, and I'm really ashamed about that, but I'm mostly good about it. But there are 5 authors that I need to read more of their books. Like, it's sad that I haven't read them, and I'm very upset with myself that I haven't read them. So yeah, 5 of them today. The first one I'm going to talk about is Taylor Jenkins Reid. So I discovered Taylor Jenkins Reid much like I think a lot of people this year, and that is with The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So I read that, I loved it. Then I read 2 of her other books immediately after, and I still have to read more. She's got quite a few books out, so I'm still behind on her books. So right now I am currently listening to Maybe in Another Life, which is actually the link you click down below will link you to this book, which I'm listening to, like I said, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm only a quarter way through, but I really like it. So this one is all about this girl named Hannah, and she's 29, and she really doesn't know what she wants out of her life. She's lived in a lot of different states. She's had a lot of loves that maybe weren't the best. And so she decides to move back home and move in with her best friend, Gabby. And basically on the night she gets back, they go out for like a big celebration that she's back, yay. And it's like at the end of the night, her best friend comes up to her and she's like, hey, I'm gonna head home. Do you wanna come with me? But Hannah's kind of hesitant because she runs into her old flame, Ethan, and Ethan is also asking her home as well. So this book, the interesting part about this book is that it's told in 2 completely directions. So like one chapter is if she went home with Gabby, what would her life be if she went home with Gabby that night? And the other chapters are of what if she went home with Ethan. It's all about decisions and how one decision you make in your life ultimately will set you on the course for the rest of your life. So it's very interesting. I'm really loving it. Taylor Jenkins Reid writes kind of light, fluffy, but romantic and realistic women's fiction, I would say. Right up my alley, honestly. So yeah, I'm ashamed to say I haven't read this book. I'm reading it now, but I'm not done with it, so I'm bad. The other book I have read by her is Forever Interrupted, and I've read this because it's really sad. This is about this woman named Elsie, and she falls in love immediately with this guy named Ben, and they like fall in love within a week, and then by like 2 months in, they're married, and then like I think a month after that, he dies, and it's all very sudden. He has to meet his mom. She has to meet his mom that she's never met before. And it's all about like falling in love and that love getting like snatched and taken away from you. So it sounds really sad. So I still have to read these 2. Plus she has a new one coming out in like 3 months, Daisy Jones and the Six. So got 3 Taylor Jenkins Reid's books to read. I mean, it's not a bad thing at all, but I'm ashamed that I haven't read them all, really. Like, it's bad because she's like one of my new favorite authors. I'm a bad person. Speaking of new favorite authors, I want to talk about Kristen Hanna. So my favorite book of this year is no surprise to anyone, I think, and that is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. And ever since I read The Nightingale, I read 2 of her other books. I read The Great Alone, and I also read Firefly Lane. And you're like, oh great, that's good, you're reading more of her works. No, she's got over 20 books published. That's a lot. Normally, if we were the kind of same vein as Taylor Jenkins Reid, I think I could read them all like within a span of months. But her books are very serious. They are very sad. Every one of her books that I've read have made me sob. So the thinking of the fact of, do I want to read 20 in a mere matter of months? I can't handle that. My heart can't handle that. So I need to read more Kristen Hanna, obviously. She has got a huge wide array of books. Like I really want to read Night Road. I really want to read Fly Away, the sequel to Firefly Lane. I really want to read, oh, she has so many other ones. I can't think of, like, Far Away Home. Like she's got like over 20. I'm not kidding. Here's a picture of all of them. That's a lot of freaking books, guys. So it's safe to say I discovered her late in my life, and I'm kind of mad that I did. I'm also mad that I'm really behind on her books. One day it'll be a goal of mine to read all of her books. Maybe I'll make that my goal next year. I don't know. Books are just so, they just kind of suck the energy out of me. Like they're so beautiful, but they're so beautifully sad. So yeah, I need to read more of her books. Another author that has a lot of books that I have not read and I really need to catch up on is Neil Schusterman. So Neil Schusterman wrote one of my favorite series so far this year, and that is the Scythe series. So I've read Scythe and Thunderhead. There is going to be a sequel, I believe, and he has this book out, Dry, which is brand new, and that's not all of them. So you're thinking, oh, I only have one book to read by him. That's not so bad. No, he's got the Unwind series, which I think is like 3 or 4 books. He's got the Skinjackers trilogy, which is like 3 books. He also has Challenger Deep. So I'm talking about like 7 or 8 books here, people. So that's a lot of dystopian books to read. So this whole video is just going to be me slamming myself for authors that I need to read more of. And maybe you can help me as well, like with all these books I'm talking about that I still have to read. Which one should I prioritize and which one should I not? Because I don't know. I just really like, when I enjoy an author, I like reading all of their books to get their full scope on their writing, because I like their writing, obviously, because they're some of my favorite writers, and I want to see like their development. So we have a new author that I really enjoy, and that is Emma Mills. So I read Foolish Hearts last year. It's a YA contemporary, and I'm really good about that. Like if there's a YA contemporary author that I like, I will for sure read all of their books, because they're YA contemporaries and I eat those up like candy. I've said that time and time again. But Emma Mills, I'm ashamed to say I haven't done that yet. So she has a whole bunch of books out that I have not read yet. I've only read Foolish Hearts, and I liked it, but I haven't read any more of her books. I don't know why. We have First and Then. This is one of her oldest ones. We also have This Adventure Ends, which is another popular book by her. I don't even own it yet. What's wrong with me? I have her new book coming out in, when is this coming out? January, Famous in a Small Town. So I think I only have 3 books of hers to read, which is not bad, but I'm ashamed for the fact that I haven't read them yet, because it's YA contemporary, and I'm so good about that. But I'm also so bad. What's wrong with me? The last author that I really need to read more of and finish all of their books is Jojo Moyes. So I'm sure you've heard of Jojo Moyes. She wrote the Me Before You trilogy, which definitely has its problems, and I definitely acknowledge that. I have finished that trilogy, so that's good. And I have read a few of her other books. I've read 1+1, and I've also read The Last Letter from Your Lover. But she also has a whole bunch more that I haven't read. Hence the trend of this whole video. She's also written Ship of Brides. I don't know. She's also read The Girl You Left Behind. Haven't read it. She's also read Silver Bay. Haven't read it. Haven't read it. I think there's 2 other ones. So yeah, I need to read her books as well. Like this whole video is kind of a hodgepodge of books that I need to read. I don't even own yet. And I'm already having them on my TBR, but I don't own them yet. So yeah, there you have it. Those are 5 authors that I really need to read more from. So mostly, like I say, I'm really good about reading authors that I like. Like I read a lot of their books, and if I like their one book, I'll read a lot of their other ones or try to read all of them. That's just how I am as a reader. But these 5 have slipped through the cracks, and that is not acceptable for me. So let me know, of all the books I've talked about today, which one would you recommend me starting out with first? I think I'm going to make Taylor Jenkins Reid and Emma Mills a priority, because they're just kind of light and fluffy books, and I tend to go through those much faster than the kind of the dystopians, the really heavy ones. So maybe I'll do that. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. So yeah, this video is kind of a scramble, but it's also a good reminder for me about which books that I really need to read. And I want to read. I should say that. I want to read all of these, because all of these authors, I really do enjoy their books, and I want to read all of their books. It's just takes a lot of time and dedication, and it's hard to keep up with books that have already been out for a while versus new releases. Like sometimes I'm really good about that, and a lot of times I'm not. I prioritize new releases first, which I should not do. I should not do that at all. It's just hard to kind of prioritize and manage it, and the spiel and all that stuff never really ends. So either way, if you have any authors on your shelves that you really like but you need to read more of their books, I would love to hear. Please tell me I'm not alone with like wanting to read all of the books by an author you like. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on that, because that could be a whole discussion video in itself, honestly, but I would love to hear what you think. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, thank you so much to Scrib for sponsoring this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.